Hey, this is Matt once again. What about the other video? There's another paid request, this time for Lucas. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, topics, reactions, commentaries, reviews, re-reviews, what have you, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And yeah, pretty much Lucas wanted me to do a commentary on this film, Anacondas, The Hunt for the Blood Orchid. I guess I had done a commentary on the first Anaconda, so okay then. Let's get to it. I have a pause at the beginning here. 3, 2, 1. And for those who want to request pretty much any type of videos or commentaries or reviews, whatever it may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. So 3, 2, 1, pressing play. Alright, so now we have the lady here. Columbia? There you go. Sony Pictures Entertainment Company. And is this String Gems? Or did it later become String Gems? Yeah, is this String Gems? Yep, String Gems. Now, this film, I haven't seen this probably since it came out. I actually saw this in the theater back in the day, believe it or not. This was in theaters. And I did see it in theaters back in the day. I think at the time it was just, I would go around that time of 2003 and 2004. I would try to see as many films as I could in the theaters, because it was nearby at the time. And I think this is around the time you had Without a Paddle, Collateral, Alien vs. Predator, Suspect Zero, which I saw all those in the theater. iRobot I saw in the theater. So it was around the time of those movies. I think I might have seen Harold and Kumar Go to White House in the theater. I can't remember though. I might have. But listen, I know I saw this film. Might have seen Exorcist at the beginning in the theater. Collateral I know I saw in the theater. AVP I saw in the theater. Suspect Zero I know I saw in the theater. Was pleasantly surprised. And what's sad is, this film debuted at number 2 with 12 million on the weekend, and Suspect Zero with it, I think, is a much better movie than this. Debuted at number 10, and that had Aaron Eckhart and Carrie-Anne Moss, who was in The Matrix. So, Suspect Zero is a lot better than this movie. See, I know, like, this guy just killed by the Anaconda. And yeah, this is a debut at number 2. Number 1 was Hero, the Jet Li film. Number 3, Without a Paddle, in its second week. That was actually a good size hit. And the name we saw, it was the director's Dwight Little, which I forgot he directed this. Dwight Little, he did Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, which I enjoy. Marked for Death with Steven Seagal, which is one of Seagal's better earlier films. Rapid Fire, which is a great Brandon Lee film. Murder 1600, that's a Wesley Snipes film I do quite enjoy. And he did that in 1997, and then he didn't work for another 7 years. Because that was 97, and this was 2004. And then he didn't make the next movie until 2010, which was Tekken. So from 97 to 2010, so that's 13 years, he did one movie. That was Anacondas Hunt for the Blood Orchid, so. Yeah, Murder 1600 was 97, Anacondas Hunt for the Blood Orchid was this 2004, and then Tekken was 2010. And then the last film Dwight Little did was a film called Last Rampage in 2017, which about prison break. So now we're get some of our cast members here. The I don't recognize the ladies, but the guy who's talking right now with the glasses, that's Matthew Marsden, who I remember as Schoolboy the Sniper in the Rambo movie in 2008, Rambo 4. And then this guy here saying exactly that was Morris Chestnut. Morris Chestnut was in two Steven Seagal films. He was in Under Siege 2 Dark Territory as the guy who worked on the train, who's helping Seagal, younger guy. The Orchid is in bloom for another 2 weeks. That guy's Morris Chestnut. He was also the main villain in Half Past Dead, another Steven Seagal film. He was in Boys in the Hood. And so this is the setup, is that they're going on the search for this blood orchid, which is a fountain of youth. They're going to Borneo. So we have this team together. And it's one of those things that, like, this whole bit is to find the blood orchid, and they don't even get it. Like, the whole thing gets buried anyway, so this whole journey becomes pointless. I think when I first saw it, I even thought, like, what the fuck? That the whole journey is to get this fountain of youth, and it becomes fucking pointless. I guess other than, survival, I guess. I remember even when I first saw this, I was like, wow, this lady really has a southern accent. There's a local captain named Johnson. I want to, It's like a female Jeff Foxworthy. But yeah, I can't remember who's who in terms of the actresses. So Sam is played by Katie Strickland. I think that's Katie Strickland, the pretty, was it blonde? Which is funny, she studied acting in Philadelphia and New York City, but she's having this, like, really fake act, southern act. Well, I guess she has a southern U.S. background, okay. Ah, she was born in Georgia. There you go. Born in Georgia, so okay. So maybe it's not fake, but I just seemed like it was laying on a bit thick. And I think that guy there is Carl Yoon, who's in the movie Real Steel with Hugh Jackman. Am I high? Not yet. Now this guy's Johnny Mesner. Now what's funny is, I looked stuff up before doing this commentary. I'm like, wait a minute, stars this guy? I've seen this guy later on in quite a few movies. He was in that Bruce Willis film I reviewed, Detective Night Road. He's been in a few other Bruce Willis films, Tears of the Sun, Hostage. He was in this lame Dolph Lundgren film, Forgotten, or Forgotten, also called The Good, the Bad, the Dead. He starred in that awful Steven Seagal film called The Perfect Weapon. I'm like, there's only one perfect weapon, that's Jeff Speakman. I'm like, oh my god, that's Johnny Mesner? As in, this is that guy? And it's like, no wonder I thought he looked familiar in some of those movies. I guess I didn't look him up far enough. And I'm like, oh shit, he was in this. This is the first thing I saw him in back in 2004. And this guy here, Eugene Bird, I guess you could say is this movie's equivalent to Ice Cube. Again, I think I've seen this film in the theater. Number one, because I was seeing whatever I could at the theater. Tickets were cheaper at that time, and I was very near to a movie theater, so I think pretty much walking distance. So I figured, why not every weekend go and see what to enjoy. Get some popcorn, sneak in some Mellow Yellow, things of that nature. But this film really isn't that good or impressive. I mean, it's got a bit of a budget behind it compared to Anaconda 3 and 4, which are Sci-Fi Channel, pretty much direct-to-TV cable movies. So that has enough, little slits like this shot here. This wide shot getting the full steam of the things. There's a bit of slipness in terms of budget to get. I know, really, that's impressive, Matt. Establishing shots. You don't even get those in those Sci-Fi Channel movies. So that's what I'm talking about. That stuff does help to sell. I don't even know where they shot this at. I don't even know if it says anywhere or if there's any info on the film. And Johnny Messer, I think, sucks. I don't think he's that good or charismatic of an actor. I don't think he's good as a lead guy. Obviously, he's supposed to be the tough guy that knows everything that's going on. And you're a bad actor, too. So this has a 4.79 to be, and that makes sense. Yeah, I can't really disagree with that 4.7. It's not too good of a movie. The acting is pretty subpar. The snakes I remember being really poor CG. I mean, there was poor CG in the first one, but there was some fun, charming practical effects in there as well. Yeah, they looked a bit too stiff. And Anaconda, the first, was not a beloved movie. I mean, just what, a 4.8 on IMDb? Which I don't think is that bad. I don't think there's I don't think it deserves a 4.8 on IMDb. I don't. I think it's a fun B movie. That's a film that's helped by its cast. Jennifer Lopez, Ice Cube, Owen Wilson, and of course the bad guy you just love to hate, Jon Voight. Eric Stoltz has a damn good cast, and again the some of the CGI isn't too good, but there's some really solid practical effects, and that helps a lot. See, was there a snake in this? Like a little snake? Oh, the Monty. Spank the Monty, no. Don't spank the Monty. Don't spank the Monty. This is Khan. Khan lives here. You are a yes. God, just he sucks fucking sucks as a lead. I think Lopez and Ice T were a lot more charismatic, and Eric Stoltz as well, a lot better compared to this, in my opinion. And Dwight Little, I mean, like I said, I like a chunk of his movies. Halloween 4 I liked more than this. Rapid Fire, Marked for Death easily liked more than this. Tekken I can watch. I can watch over this. Murder 1600 I like. I would say the films I've seen, this is probably the worst I've seen of Dwight Little. Yeah, boost this. Morris Chestnut. Which Morris Chestnut has done better in other movies, just. And this girl, I mean, okay, fine, she's from Georgia, but goddamn, the accent is laying all thick. They're all thick and they're actually, them father being over there and not empty. I, not a good actress. I think she's in The Grudge as well. A light up over your shoulder. So like this one guy's trying to be like a lesser version of Owen Wilson in the first movie. Eugene Bird is like trying to be a lesser Ice Cube. I mean Johnny Mesner. I mean he tried to be the tough lead guy, so that's a bit different from the original. And then having the monkey ear. Uh-oh. You don't get killed by the snake. You don't get killed by the anaconda. You fucked up. You're gonna die. Yep, you fucked up. He's dead. You're gonna die. Die, 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 die. You don't get fucked up. Well, you shouldn't have left the fucking boat, you little asshole. Now the anaconda gonna eat your ass in one bite. Yep, here we go. And the anaconda gonna get you. He gonna ditch ya, ditch ya, ditch ya. Yeah, son. I'm not sure if he did some. I can't remember. It's been so long. I can't remember if like we don't see anything and we're supposed to assume. I can't remember. It's been forever since I've seen this, so I remember a few things. I remember Matthew Marsden becomes a bad guy. I think Morris Chestnut joins him. I remember they go off a waterfall. Yeah, he might get killed here, because... Good word of advice. Everything you see down here, it's a jungle. Really? I thought it was Jersey. Thought we were in New Jersey. Yep, I saw him. He was a dinner bell. Khan was a dinner bell. And the tree was the plate. Khan dead as fuck. What is it, a commercial? Can you hear me now? Yes, good. Now she can stop saying, can you hear? Like I said, I'm trying to vaguely remember what the hell happens in this movie. I think he dies for her. I think something happens. She gets pulled under or something. I think so. I forget what the hell it is. Oh, there you go. To show the other dangers of the jungle. Yeah, I need to get the fuck out of there. Grab the shit. I mean, I guess you're at least using a practical effect while this is going on. I guess is, number one, to show a bit of more of the danger of the location, to get some action going before the snake bits come to the fruition, to not keep people bored. Kind of like in slasher film, they hope you have a kill every 10 minutes. Here is like to have at least some action piece happen. Because I think the next one will probably be when they go over the waterfall. Because they don't want people. They don't want people to be bored. Well, what do you fucking do? You lost your phone. My ass bleeds for you, lady. I mean, there's been a lot of killer snake films throughout the years as well as other stuff. But if you just look at snake films, I mean, you go back to the day, you've had films like, Venom with, I think, Klaus Kinski in it, I think, and some others. That was back in the day. God, I can't remember the details of it. Ah, there you go. See, yeah, I knew I didn't remember. See, one part I didn't remember this film. Just they didn't want to kill the monkey. Don't spank the monkey. They didn't want to do that. But you had Venom from 1981, which had, yeah, Klaus Kinski, Oliver Reed. You had criminals involved with the kidnapping, and there's also a Black Mamba. I'm on there. So pretty much the hostages and the kidnappers also have to deal with this venomous snake that could fuck them up and kill them. You had Venomous with Tree Williams, which was a direct-to-video movie. You had and had Dirk Benedict from the A-Team. He was the face man. He starred in that. Pretty much about, him turned to a snake man. There's a bullshit going on. You had Jennifer, which was pretty much Carrie, but with snakes. You had a film called Teen Cobra, which I know someone mentioned me about. But the practical creature wasn't the best looking one, but was practical, from the Kyoto brothers. It wasn't the best looking. Had Paprika from the Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi. You had Hoyt Axton, who was the dad in Gremlins. Asian Teen Cobra, genetically engineered. Cobra tests have fucked up. I mean, at least, there's some fun practical effects that I've seen pictures of after someone told me about it. Python with Robert England, and you had the, God, was it Johnny Rico from Starship Troopers, Casper Van Dien. That was what, 2000? Wasn't the best movie. I mean, I would say the best Nate films I would say is I like the first Anaconda. That is actually one I did see in the theater back in the day. I like Snakes on a Plane with Samuel Jackson. I saw that in the theater. I thought that was a fun time. Yeah, I would say Anaconda and Snakes on a Plane are the two that I did enjoy of the killer snake genre. But again, there's Anaconda 3 Offspring, which I think had David Hasselhoff in it. And yeah, it was on Sci-Fi Channel. I think David Hasselhoff played like the human villain in that. And then you had Anacondas Trail of Blood, which actually one of the people in it was Lyndon Ashby, Johnny Cage from the original Mortal Kombat movie. It was intended as a backdoor pilot for a potential TV series of the same name, but no follow-up series were produced. Anaconda's Trail of Blood, which was also Sci-Fi Channel. Which, I mean, it was cool to see Lyndon Ashby, because I'm a fan of him. It was also cool to see John Rhys Davies, but just very, very cheap, low budget, not much happening affair. You also had Lake Placid versus Anacondas, once again for Sci-Fi Channel. Then we're 30 minutes in. I mean, 30 minutes have gone a bit shorter than some movies have. I'll say that. Which is strange because if you think about it, not a whole lot has happened in the first 30 minutes. I mean, a guy could die at the beginning, start the expedition, get the boat and the captain, and then this whole bit with the crocodile. I think now we're getting to the waterfall bit, which I remember was in all the advertising. I think I remember, like, when I was in the theater, I'm going, this was kind of fucking boring. So, again, it's funny how I said, oh, the 30 minutes. It's funny, I say it's boring, but I say 30 minutes are going by quick, so. I don't know. I guess when you're me and you've seen a lot worse movies like Feeders and Feeders 2 and Anaconda 3 and 4, I would say is even worse than this, and a lot of Sci-Fi Channel stuff. This is not a good movie, but it's almost like a cake and, you know, a piece of cake, a walk through the park, compared to a lot of those other movies. Not here, they're going overboard. Which I do appreciate the idea behind this to show what would it be a point of view of going over a waterfall in a boat. Like a sci-fi channel film would not put at least I just see a little bit of effort, like seeing like this look like a practical boat. There's up close shots of a real practical boat. In a sci-fi channel film would have just been like a quick shot, all CGI, looking like a video game. I mean, the shot of them going from here to the water. I mean, previously, like when they go over to the water, it's not the best looking effects. But again, I did see the director Dwight Little trying to approach it with some level of practicality. Wide shots. It's not edited all to hell to make it inconceivable in terms of trying to figure out where everybody's at, in terms of location. Is that needlessly confusing in terms of editing? At least compared to a lot of other films I've seen. I don't know about the music. The music is being a little bit too over dramatic for this kind of sequence. Music by Narita Tyson Chu. Which, what else has this person done? Rescue Special Ops Series 1, Episode 1. Yeah, I really don't recognize any of the other stuff person's done. Sure, we're stuck with Charlotte. So Johnny Mess is trying to be that self-talking guy, being a badass. I mean, it just seems like, in retrospect, like a lot of other people, if you got Carl Urban, if you got. I mean, I don't know who was around in 2004, to be honest, but Carl Urban, Aaron Eckhart, Gerard Butler. I mean, there's another film called Road that came out in 2007, which has Sam Worthington in it, had what's her name from Pitch Black, Rhoda Mitchell. Much better movie. I think that movie is a much more exciting movie compared to this. That's right, man. Even Anaconda, like the first half, I remember it's a build up, but I just enjoyed the cast much more compared to this. And the idea that it's a documentary true, and other than this magic flower that they're trying to get. 2004, the same year, you had Shrek 2, Spider-Man 2, Passion of the Christ, Meet the Fockers, The Incredible, Harry Potter, The Prisoner of Azkaban, Day After Tomorrow, Born Supremacy, National Treasure, and The Polar Express. Now, this was not the first film Johnny Mesner was in. He was in Dance in September, Operation Delta Force 4, Default. Operation Delta Force 4, Jesus. The Sweetest Thing, Tears of the Sun, which I do like, Finding Home, Spartan, The Whole 10 Yards, and then this movie. He was in Running Scared, which I like, from 2006 with Paul Walker. Let's see, is there a... Like, even, it'd be cool if they, like, got someone like an old school guy, like Mark DeCostas. DeCostos. Or DeCostes. You know, like, someone like him in it would have been cool to see. But, what can you do? Even like Tom Berenger, who's busy doing Sniper 3. Terry Busey, that'd be a fun one. Just have Terry Busey. Terry Busey was in it. The Uncanny would be afraid of Terry Busey. Of course, would you trust? Of course, this question: would you trust Terry Busey to take you through the fucking jungle? But you play off like maybe he'd be a villain like John Voight, but he actually is commendable, and trustworthy, and that's a surprise. The thing this might be the first bit where a snake kills one of the group. I think so. What was that? Growl under the fucking water? What the hell was that? It sounded like a growl, and I don't know what the fuck would be growling. Snakes don't growl. They hiss. They don't growl, especially not underwater. That's a cool looking shot, I'll admit. That's a very cool looking shot. The way the snake looks in the water, like that's a neat looking shot. I'll give credit where credit's due. And in Sci-Fi Channel, those type of movies, cheapo movies, would not have a shot like that. And that's a good trailer moment to maybe go, ooh shit, to get them to the theater. So like, yeah, I would say, well, you see the snake barely in the water, and it might have been a practical effect, I would assume. I think this is practical effect. There's something alive in here. I'll learn from Luke Skywalker. Warn and use the Force. The state don't like the Jaws theme is like, you fucking with my territory, dude. I hate sharks. This is the real danger. You think sharks are bad? Fuck you. Yeah, that's what the state didn't like the Jaws theme. It's like, fuck you for humming the Jaws theme. I hate them. I hate that shit. It's like Bruce Willis in Blind Date. I hate that shit. Up there you go. Oh shit. Oh shit. Real, yeah, not the best CGI. Probably arguably better than the Sci-Fi Channel stuff, to be fair, but this one CGI was just being more and more apparent in movies, and it just wasn't that great. I mean, the CGI isn't great in the first Anaconda either, but it felt like there was a bit more practical effects in the freaking. You can't say fucking. What was this rated? I don't remember what was the rating for this film. PG-13. That might have been the first one. What was the first one? PG-13. Okay. But you know, it's like when you're that scared, you're saying freaking. It's freaking this and freaking that. I'm like, no one would say freaking in the fucking real world if they were that fucking scared. Johnny Mesner is just not that good of an actor. That it's astronomical. But da 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 da. It's astronomical. Really? Sure, never come out here in the first place. Fuck that shit. Sure, I don't care what anybody says. Dude, I don't give a fuck about anybody. Of course, this is one of those movies, people say the black guy dies in every movie. Not true. This is yet another example. I know he actually gets I think he gets the kill shot on the damn, yeah, we're done. We're done. D for done like dinner. Yeah. Don't let me down, Bruce. Don't let me down, Bruce. Don't let me down. Obviously, that's a reference to Anaconda. So you knew a guy that knew Ice Cube, and so that's to show how this is somewhat a sequel to. It's strange they decided to do a sequel to Anaconda 7 years later, because that was '97 and this was 2004. So '97 to 2000, 2004. Yeah, you blame me. Damn leeches. Thankfully, I've never had to deal with leeches. I'm so glad I never have. There's a few movies that have dealt with leeches where sometimes in comedy movies where they wake up and say, "Oh shit, we got leeches on us." I also remember from a really enough, a Ninja Turtles comic book where the turtles were out and there's a leech, but because it sucked up the blood of one of them and it's from the mutation, it mutates the leech, so it gets bigger, but the turtle gets smaller. There was actually Raphael. And so by the end of the story, Raphael as a turtle grabs on the leech and starts sucking it, and so gets back to grown well. Oh shit. Jesus. Uh-oh. Stop in the... Ooh shit. Poisonous spider. Oh, paralyzed for 2 days. Shit. No, keep it? Oh. Right. Fuck is this guy problem? How come you drunk fuck? That's what. I'm drunk as fuck and I'm singing the song. I'm gonna piss off the boat with my big old dong. No shit in my tap. Don't give me no zap. Zippity zap. I'm gonna dump my head out. Gonna take the big lawn nap. You drunk fool? What the fuck do you think you're doing? Stop getting drunk by the river. Maybe that would help. You drunk ass son bitch. Got you what in the ass or something? There you go. So much for the boat. I'll send the boat towards you. So much for the boat. Maybe it's a powwow. So much for your buddy. Oh, what are you gonna do now? What, you have any bright ideas? Yeah, you got any bright ideas? So bitching. Sorry, I'm not saying much. I mean, yeah, I kind of reminded now why this is so fucking boring. Shit. God damn, man. Just like a whole lot of nothing happening in this movie, at least to me. That's just me though. I think you're pissing around, dude. Now you shall. Look, I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm just watching here. Don't ask me, lady. I do not know just shit. Yes, I mean headhunters. I don't mean the head of your dick, dude. You sure about that? How about this? I give you your head first. Yeah, maybe. Yep. Cry some more about it, dude. Stop crying. Just stop crying, god damn it. God damn it. Stop bitching. We just gonna do that with the head dead. Yes, we are. Now shut up. You fool. Ah, Survivor reference. Vote you off the island, yeah, huh. Oh, shit. Yeah, no, shut up, dude. Mating season. Of course. That's maybe the one line I could laugh at. You tell me there's a snake orgy in the jungle? Huh. Yeah, that's probably the one I could laugh at. I just added 5 center explanation, so sure, yeah, mating ritual, why not? Because one thing leads to another. A bunch of fucking. That's why they're so pissed. They're horny. When you're horny, you're pissed. So you get so pissed, they get too horny, get too pissed off. Just how it is. Don't piss off the horny snakes. Just ain't gonna do it. Damn. That's a neat practical effect. No shit. Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at Toy Little's movie list. So he did a film called KGB: The Secret War in 1985, which I don't know anything. Spy thriller about a KGB agent operating inside the U.S. who wants to defect. The agent steals top secret microchips as barter material to switch sides and is hunted by a U.S. agent. I'd never even heard of that one. You have Getting Even with Eddie Albert from Galaxy of Terror. It was a vanity project for members of a wealthy Texas oil family. They owned helicopters, Learjet ranches. Their only condition was that we used all their stuff. The whole movie was written to revise around what they owned. It's about a soldier of fortune, played by Eddie Albert, steals some Russian nerve gas from Afghanistan and brings it to the U.S. to be analyzed. A greedy millionaire rancher, played by Joel Baumbaker, finds out about steals that use it in a extortion scheme. So we have an explanation as to why the stakes are so big because of this fountain of youth flower. The flower power hour. Does it shoot fireballs also like Mario Brothers? Yeah, one character being the stick in the mud, but you also understand her point of view. Yeah, Matthew Vaughn wanted to be gun ho, but at least he's got a bit more charisma compared to some of the other people. I don't know, this lady, they wanted to have like their own Jennifer Lopez or what the deal is. That just seems like, it seemed like this girl here, they wanted their own Jennifer Lopez from the first movie. And then Matthew Marsden, like this version of John Voight. I don't know why I can't remember that Morris Chestnut was a bad guy. Maybe I'm wrong on that part. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong on that part. I don't know why I kept thinking of that. I don't know why I thought that they were working together. See, shows how much I remember this movie. I remember bits and pieces, by other things I'm screwing up. So it shows just how much I remember this movie. I guess in these movies they figure you need a human villain to keep a bit of suspense or anticipation or excitement, because the snakes, they cost too much money, so you can't have them on screen for a lot. It's a lot cheaper to have a human and dialogue scenes than it is to have the snakes. So a lot of times that's why they want a human villain. But I mean, there's a lot of these type of either killer creature films, or whether fantastical or not fantastical. Like even through the '90s, I mean, you had from Stephen King's Graveyard Shift to sequels like Alien 3, Alien Resurrection. You had The Relic, Deep Rising, Mimic, Anaconda. Uh, Going to, let's say you have this film. You have, God, trying to remember. It's not going to get a backstory from this. You know, a much better version of this character was in Deep Blue Sea in 1999, where it was played by Thomas Jane. And see, that's a film that's a B movie, went to theaters, and does have questionable CGI, and that takes sharps. But Rennie Harlan brought such a bit of vigor and energy to that with some really exciting action set pieces, some fun surprises like Sam Jackson's death scene. Thomas Jane, I think, has a lot more going for him than Johnny Mesner. El Coogee has a bit more charisma and entertainment value compared to some of these other characters. You killed my bird. That's a much more fun, memorable movie compared to this film. Much more fun. Oh, is this the? Oh, I'm remembering now. The spider. Doesn't the spider bite him, and then he can't move? So the guy, uh, the guy fucks him over. Yeah, I think the guy fucks over Morris Chestnut. That's what it is. Yeah, he finds this stuff, and Matthew Marsden sees this and fucks over Morris Chestnut to keep him quiet. That's why they set up the paralyzed spider. Kind of like the shit in Anaconda 1, where you had that little bit that John Voight has that fucks up Eric Stoltz's character, and then he's incapacitated for most of the film. So they do kind of the same thing where another character is incapacitated by the villain of the film, only they do some of the similar stuff, but then also different as well. Yep. You still don't get it yet that he did this shit on purpose? Take you a long time to figure it out. So he can't stream for help? I know he's become paralyzed, but he can't stream for help? Well, now he can't. But, like, before that, I was like, help, help. But now he can't. Let him rest till we get things loaded. So, what was his plan? I guess to get the gun and steal the boat. I guess. Tell him. Oh shit. Oh, that sucks to be him. Sucks to be him. Damn. You don't do anything wrong. You try to do the right thing. You get paralyzed for it. Now you're going to be eaten by a big fucking snake. God, it sucks to be him. God, talk about shit out of luck. For fuck's sake. Uh, Nothing you do for him now. This one girl doesn't do she hasn't done shit except cry. At least the other girl, Sam, is a bit tougher. I did it, being scared, to be fair. If you see that, you would be scared as well. It's just that for most of the film, she's either bitching or crying. Okay, so the guile. I can't help it. Her accent is just so distracting. I can't help it. I know that's mean to say, but it's just her accent is so damn distracting that just her performance suffers. Just I can't think of anything else other than her southern accent. Talking like this. I don't know. Matthew Marsden, I mean, he's doing a decent job playing a scumbag. I would give credit to that. Because I think by the end of the film, there's 4 people are left. I know Johnny Mesner survives. I know the black guy survives. I think Sam, that girl, survives. And I think the other girl survives as well. So Matthew Marsden just killed, and I think the Asian guy just killed as well. Yeah, I think that's the thing is that when I was seeing this film, I'm sitting there going, okay, we're an hour and 13 minutes in. With the end credits, we got 20 minutes left. Snake attacks, we've had, I guess, the beginning one, which you didn't see much. The one guy in the water, that was the first of this expedition. The boat captain. And then Morse Chestnut. I think that's it, and that's 4. Which, I mean, there wasn't a ton in the first Anaconda, but I don't know, just I feel like they're a bit more ambitious the first film with the Anaconda attacks, whether it be like the way it curves around Owen Wilson and the way it curves around the one character and the I think when the guy jumps off the waterfall and it grabs him and wraps him around, it seemed like the attack seemed a bit more ambitious. It still wasn't the best CGI, but I don't know. Still don't know how the fuck they got lost. I mean, I know they fell into this cave system, but still. What has Eugene Bird done? Who's this guy, Cole? Find these damn skeletons. Yeah, calm the fuck down, dude. Do you know? It means he don't know. Do you know, dude? If you don't, shut up. Or help. Oh, shit. Man, this guy's gonna try to help you, you're shit out of luck. If you only got this guy to help you, you're definitely shit out of luck. Did he say something? How the fuck he's gonna say anything under the water? Did he just fucking say something? He's under the fucking water. How's he gonna say something? Say something. Hey, Tran, could you talk under the water for me? So this guy, Eugene Bird, he was in Dead Man, Sleepers, Substitute 2, School's Out, 8 Mile, uh, bunch of other stuff I've never heard of. Bunch of TV work. He was in 36 episodes of Bones, 4 episodes of Heroes, they had a lot of TV episodes. So they're getting out of the cave and try to get the fuck out of Dodge. Did you say that's one of the few times to use practical effects? So at least there's that. Shit. But was the monkey call for coal as well? The monkey's like, I'm not going near there. Fuck that shit. Oh no, not coal. Not coal. There you go. We got it, we got it. You're alright, dude. You're alright. Nice shot, dude. Nice shot. Shitload of orchids, I'll say that. Guess for him, he hit the jackpot. Well, you hit the jackpot, babe. I'd be tempted to take at least, a couple orchids. Maybe a couple million to be had by it. Man, I'd be tempted by a few of it. But I mean, I guess I would choose survival first and foremost because you can't spend the money if you're dead. Can't spend the money if you're dead. It don't work that way. You sure about that? Hey, you look like a foot fungus. There's always a choice, fuck face. Yeah, fuck you, dude. Fuck you and your flower power. How about them apples, huh? How about that? Okay, what you think of that? So yeah, now what? There's the orgy. The mating ball. Why? Fuck you and your flare, dude. I mean, this might have the same amount of Anaconda attached as the first one, but I don't know. This one just, when I saw it in the theater, I remember just being so underwhelmed. And this, I did forgot that I liked the first one, but this one was just underwhelming. Because remember, like the end of the first film, it was in the daytime, so you could see a lot more, and there's a lot more practical effects happening, as well as dodgy CG. And you see the fun performance of John Voight, and you have like when the snake comes out and Ice Cube hits it with an axe and all this other stuff. You bitch, all that stuff. This, yeah, whatever. See, I'm trying to think, does that Munty do anything? There's a lot of shots of that Munty. As if the Munty's going to save the day. Is the Munty going to save the day? Just don't buy this lady's acting, I'm sorry. Drop the gun! Yeah, come on, dude. You're a former military guy, and you're fighting a scientist. Come on, dude. Fuck your former military guy. Should be not get. I know you got sucker punch, but you should not get your ass hit by this fucking guy. Come on. You get your ass royally tipped by a scientist guy? Come on, man. What the fuck? I'll tell you, Bezzer's got to get one punch in, right? Or kick. Then knocked his ass down. Oh, the spider got him. What the fuck is Bezzer doing? Oh, is Bezzer going to save her? Is that what's going to happen? Okay, why is the states that are going after her all crazy like? I know they got one victim, but come on. Really, out of all those states, one state noticed that fucking shit? Really? Sorry, I don't buy you as being tough, lady. Now, how the fuck do you don't get that crack of a shot and he aimed it like this? Like, really? He shot like this. But it was able to get a perfect bullseye. It's like, okay then. Not only that, but causes a gigantic fucking Taven to take care of the other states. That's like the bullseye of bullseye shots. They even have to aim, just did like this. What the fuck? Uh, I'm a bad man. Because you can't say bad motherfucker. Because it's PG-13, so he's a bad man. There you go. So Johnny Mesner got his ass kicked by that guy. So Sam gets the Mesner and the other girl gets the monkey. And the big hero gets nobody. The one guy saved everybody. It doesn't get shit. Like that's not too bad. That's a pretty good, lawn shot to showcase the landscape. Fuck is this song? Yeah, that's a shitty sounding song. So ideas for all the two people, including you, Lucas, that see this. Thank you so much for that, man. I appreciate it. My final impression on this, after watching it again, it still sucks. Is the worst movie ever? No, I've seen far, 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 far worse than this movie. It's just, while there's some nice establishing shots and decent cinematography showcasing the landscape and the area they shot this stuff in. I'm sure at the end credits shows exactly where they shot it. I think the acting is subpar for the most part, but sadly I've seen much, much, much worse acting. Johnny Messer is trying to be the tough guy. Matthew Morrison seems like he's doing what he can to be in the scumbag, at least with the script he's given. Eugene Bird is, hey, nah. I don't know what the hell I'm even going for. The wannabe Ice Cube. He's the wannabe Ice Cube, and he's not as good or charismatic as Ice Cube. I don't know, charismatic? When Ice Cube needs to turn it on, like Friday and the first Anaconda, he can work well. Just depends on it. If it's Ride Along, not so much. But again, if it's Friday or Anaconda, he's actually pretty decent. A lot more than this guy. The ladies, one with the heavy accent from the South. Just very forgettable cast of characters. Eugene Bird I found rather annoying with him being hyper scared. I did being scared about what's going on, but like him and the other girl, like calm the fuck down. So the acting I think is subpar. Johnny Mesner, Like if you had Gerard Butler or Thomas Jane or somebody else would have been much better. The action scenes, nothing to run home about. The CGI in the States, it's mostly CGI and it's not the best looking CGI. I mean, it's short enough to not overstay its welcome, at the very least. 90 minutes quick in and out, compared to a lot of movies that just really take their toil in terms of the running time. Like I said, there's some decent looking shots, and I would say it's slick enough looking that I can see why I went to theaters. That's pretty much it. It's very by the numbers and a lot of stuff. So, it's PG-13, so you're not going to get much in terms of the violence gore. The characters are very much lacking. The cast isn't that charismatic or have much of a presence, it factor. And overall, it's a very lame, lackluster creature feature movie. So with that said, thanks for watching. Thanks once again to Lucas, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.